Hello babies! I'm here in Minecraft today, and I thought that I would go ahead and show off a little bit of my world, because I'm very proud of it. Don't worry about that. This is my Minecraft world. I'm playing RLCraft, actually, so a lot of things are different. You may notice that I'm wearing a bunch of pretty epic loot here as well. I have this giant, oops, that lagged. This giant axe, shovel, scythe, hammer thing that I crafted. It's pretty cool. I have a wicked-ass bow, a wicked-ass sword, I got a nice golden shield, and I'm gonna come to cause trouble. I'm coming to cause trouble. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Nothing. So let's just go ahead, and before I show you around my turf, I'm going to go ahead and look at my map here. This is an antique atlas, which is one of the coolest items, one of the coolest items added, in my opinion, in this mod, or one of the mods packaged in it, I should say. Basically, it's just an ever-expanding map of the whole world that fills in as you travel, like a normal map does, but this one doesn't seem to have a size limit, and you can actually, it shows landmarks and like entities a lot more clearly than a normal map. Like, this is all sort of rugged mountain terrain. This is obviously all forest over here. This is water. And the other cool thing about it is that you can actually add markers onto it wherever you want. So I can add a marker wherever, and then I can type in a name, and I can choose its picture and what have you. So I have a lot of markers added here already. Some of these are just like landmarks of places that I want to revisit. Some of them places I haven't even really been to yet. There was a giant here that I killed. I didn't even know those were in this game until I found one. These are just some cool landmarks I have that I added. There are floating castles in this game. Battle towers, yeah. So there's a lot of crazy shit here. Some of these marked ones are way stones or way shrines or whatever they're called that allow you to teleport between them. But anyway, what I'm really looking at here is this. So this is wrong. There isn't actually a village here. I don't know why. I don't know. The game at some point decided there was a village here. But anyway, this is my home, and we're going to take you over there. This is my home, and this is actually a new home that I'm building, a new base. So, don't worry about that. Let's go on and swim over there. So first thing you might notice is that I do kind of have a little bit of a swim speed situation going on here. I do kind of move rather quickly throughout the water. Whee! Yeah, it's just how I roll. That is due to a combination of enchantments and items I have. It's a pinche. It's a pinche. Yeah, they like to spin. They try to come at you sideways, but when they're water, they don't really know what to do. So like they get here. This guy also, a lot of the new the new creatures added in these mods are a little bit confused about what they're going to be doing. But let's just head over. Wrong way. Too far. Over here. Okay. So first, I'm going to take you into my... Oh my God. I got myself turned around. I'm going to take you into my home, which is through this super cool underwater trench. By the way, one special trinket I'm wearing called the bauble. I have a lot of these that I'm wearing that give me Stone of the Seas, which gives me water breathing and quick swim speed, etc. But what I'm wearing right now is the Dragon's Eye, which took a lot of rare items to craft. But it's an item I have that actually protects me from fire of almost any kind. It's unlucky. I don't know what luck actually does, but it's something, so that kind of sucks. But the other cool thing is that it gives you built-in night vision. I can actually turn this night vision on or off. So, as you can probably tell, this is how it actually looks right now. This is the actual color of the darkness right now. And you may have noticed that it said something about how there's sounds in the dark. Don't worry about that. Things will come at you in the dark. That's okay, though. Here is my current home. So, let's explore through here. Hey, big boy. How you doing? This is my Zootor. This is my tamed other Zootor. This is my kitty, of course. Hey, cat. Oh, nope, nope. Come back here. Come back. Nope, he's going to sit on my bed. He's going to go on my bed. Ah, damn it. Naughty kitty. Naughty. Naughty. Couldn't target you in third person. You took advantage of that. What do you have to say for yourself, you naughty kitty? Oh, yeah, and I can jump real tall. Yes, I can do that, too. So just whoop! That plays a role. A lot of things. Okay, cool. This is my shit-ass original base. I dug all this out. I really wanted an underwater and underground home. So I basically hauled this whole thing out, which I was really proud of, and then I kind of realized, like, what am I going for? I'm just building this, like, underground cube. I started decorating it. These are a whole bunch of really cool new blocks I crafted. These are demonic crystals, which are... Actually, I'll turn the night vision off so you can kind of see the actual lighting. This place is obviously very well lit, but you can see these things are actually glowing too. So I started furnishing the interior here. Whoop! Touch the ceiling. I started furnishing the interior, and then I kind of realized, like, I don't really want to be here. This is just going to be a giant box. And I don't hate that. I'm sure I will make this part of my ultimate base, like, someday. I'm going to just keep adding on. I like the thought of having, like, oh, there you go, buddy. Sit down. Good boy. Good boy. You sit on that skeleton's head. You sit on that man. He know what he did. He knows what he did. That's right. You own him. That is your boy. That is your slave. He knows what he did. He knows what he did. I love you. Yeah. So, we're gonna walk on over this way. This is my bed. This is a little drinking water. This is one of those way shrines I was talking about. There's a bunch of different these are all other locations, other way shrines that I've either built, because you can craft them, or found and activated around the world. This here is a special arrangement. This is not just because I'm weird and like to have bad dreams. Using this bed will actually teleport me to an alternate dimension, much like our own, which is pretty wild. But anyway, down through here, this is where everything kind of happens. This is my treasure room, well, everything I have goes in here, pretty much. I have chests labeled more or less by what they are. A bunch of extra baubles. You may have noticed I'm a little bit of a hoarder. I like to find and keep things, thinking that one day I will somehow need like 20 copies of the vitamins, which give me immunity to weakness and mining fatigue. I have 3 broken hearts. You know, teach me that lesson. Sunglasses are an awesome bubble, actually, which I'm surprised I've only found 1 of. But blindness is an annoying status condition in this game. That's not terribly uncommon. There are lots of new sort of effects you can get on yourself as well now, so this is a helpful one. But yeah, I've just got some spare weapons and armor. Not really ones that I use especially, but just things I keep on hand because I either want to use them again, or as backup gear, or what have you. Over here, of course, I have just like random grab-and-go items. Matchbox is very useful for lighting torches. I got some flint and steel in here. Some compasses. I don't even know why I have 13 compasses. I don't need them. XP tomes are very convenient. These can actually be used to store experience and then retrieve it again. You can tell that these are all filled XP tomes. Each of these, when fully filled all the way up, stored exactly 30 levels worth of experience. That's extremely handy when you have to enchant things and you don't want to waste levels, because the experience is, when you enchant something, it doesn't cost experience, it costs levels. So if you're at level 8 and something costs 3 levels to enchant, that's just, those levels are just as usable as if you were level like 70. Except of course when you're level 70, you have a substantially greater amount of experience saved up per level. So using these can actually help stretch out sort of the number of the amount of enchanting you can do before going back to gain more experience. I'll just whip through here. These are sort of like animal hides and stuff. Yeah, there's dragons. I've killed a lot of dragons and trolls. I've killed a lot of trolls. Not as many trolls as dragons, but I've killed a lot of dragons and trolls. I have their flesh. I have a lot of bones. I've killed some death worms. Death worms, those are a thing. You gotta watch out for those. Death worms. You don't want to be near death worms. I'm not even going to get into these right now. Oh, there's so much in this game. It's so delicious. These are some rare crafting components. Anyway, you get the idea. This whole thing is kind of filled with... I haven't labeled a lot of these chests because I know what's in them. I'm very familiar with where all my items are here. Yeah, over this way, we have our little enchanting area. I really like this cozy nook. This is all mossy cobblestone because this was part of a dungeon, which is actually on the other side of this wall. But I kind of commandeered part of it to expand this room out this way. And I just kind of like the natural look of it, so I just kind of kept the mossy cobblestone and the cobblestone bricks and whatnot. I have things full... These are all full of enchantments. Every one of these, well, these are full of enchanted items with useful enchantments I might need. One really cool addition in one of these mod packs is this guy right here. This is a disenchanting table. What you can do is you can place any enchanted item in it with a book, and without costing any experience levels, you can actually disenchant the item and you take the first enchantment on the item and you place it on a book. So you get the output is an enchanted book. Unfortunately, all the other enchantments on the item are lost, so it is not perfect, but it's pretty great. This is basically a box full of curses. There are also curses in this game. Hi, there's a lot of things in this game. But that's this room. Let's see. Up through here. This is my brewing room. I don't come in here very often. Most of these potions I've just collected and found from witches and other enemies I've slain. So I don't really come here a lot. But it's a cool thing I have. Anyway, over here. Ooh, the rune reader. This is a really cool new thing. So, in this chest here, runes. I have a bunch of crafting runes. The way runes work is, let me take one of these here. You can only find these in the game. They're a rare treasure that you find in treasure chests, in dungeons, and other fucking things. You can put one of these guys in the rune reader here, and it's going to show you a crafting recipe. So this isn't like a normal thing. There's nothing in this screen, nothing on this block that actually does anything, but what happens is, and these are randomly generated, basically. So you can use this if you put this rune in here, it shows you that if you combine, in any crafting table, if you combine these exact items in this exact order, on a crafting table, it yields this item. I haven't made this one yet. I haven't made most of these because they require items I don't have yet. I actually have all of these items, except for the elytra, which I can only get from the end dimension, and I have not found one there yet. Anyway, that's pretty cool. I actually did make some. There, I have another recipe, another rune that teaches me how to make ender gems. Otherwise, I would not have any. So let's do a little bit more exploring, shall we? Down here, what's down here? Don't worry about it. This is just my this is my basement dungeon. I'll turn the lights back on. This is where I have some sort of experimentation rooms, excuse me. Don't worry about it. I just have some random imps breeding in these pools of icy liquid. This liquid will hurt me if I stand in it. It is very cold, and ouch, and ouch, and ouch. I can't get out for some reason. There we go. That doesn't really matter because I actually have one of my baubles heals me over time, which is super, super nice. I always have that thing equipped. Whoops. I can kill a dragon but can't get through a door. Okay. Bud? Hey, imps. What's up? These are actually freaks. And these are poison pools. Not a lot of things spawn in there, actually, but I have imps. Imps will spawn around lava or around where there's, like, lava hitting water, hence the steam. So, that's that room. Over here is even cooler. Let me show you this. So going down here, this is still part of my basement. It's going to be pitch black. It's pitch black down here, and the reason for that is that in here I have growing just a whole ton of nether wart. Okay? Those can only be grown on soul sand, and otherwise they grow just like any crop, but they can't take the light. These guys are very useful for brewing, and also if I collect them, I get a large amount of experience. So, that's pretty much it for my humble little home here, but I want to now take you to my foundation for my new base. This is also a very elaborate nether portal, which I make a lot of use out of. But if we go up here, don't need stairs. Don't need stairs anymore. So, over here, you may have seen some of this from a distance. In fact, I pointed it out, and I said, don't worry about it, don't look at it. So now you can. This is my heavily overdone new base that I'm working on. What it is, I don't really have a door ready, but I can swim over there. I've left some gaps in the bottom here where I haven't finished filling in the foundation. Basically, this is the ground floor. I put all this dirt in, I laid down all these tiles. These are super cool. These are a different kind of, these are shadow stone crystals. They are also light producing. This is shadow stone. This is aberrant stone, which is like alien stone basically. These are aberrant stone crystals. I filled this whole thing in and planted all these trees because I thought that having a natural ground floor look would be super, super cool. I'm planning to put in, this thing is really freaking tall. So I built all this. I'll cut to the chase. I built this whole thing. This is all, oh god, it even takes a while to get to the wall. This is all glass. This is stained magenta, magenta stained glass. Just real quick. Fuck me. I don't have any, I'll have to get more magenta glass. But that is what this is. I built this entire thing. I followed a program online, actually, that teaches me how to make a perfect sphere out of voxels, which is, you know, square units, which Minecraft is made out of. So I built this whole tower. It's a perfect sphere, as best it could be. I'm just filling in the outside here with more of these guys because I think it looks really cool. Once the floor is all made, mobs will not be able to spawn in here. Obviously it's too well lit for zombies to spawn, but there are some mobs that just spawn in the overworld or during certain sort of enemy events that happen. Excuse me, let me just not dehydrate myself. Thank you very much. So they can, as far as I understand, they can't spawn in enclosed places, which which makes sense because you don't want random enemies spawning in your house. And they do spawn in here still, but I'm sure the reason for that is just because this is not technically considered a house yet. It is, you know, surrounded by open space here. I hope that's the reason. But yeah, so you may have noticed on the, where am I going? Outside here, these are actually beams of light, beams of energy. Get away, hey, get away from me. There we go. That's what you get. Daddy's recording. You don't go in front of the camera when Daddy's recording. That sounds bad. So these are, every single one of them is a beacon. The beacon is a hard to craft item under normal circumstances. It is a cool item that you can only be activated, by which I mean this beam of light rises from it, when it has a certain pattern of mineral blocks around it. So every single one of these is an iron block, which is 9 pieces of iron. So I have a lot of iron invested in this. Also a lot of beacons. Beacons take, among other things, a nether star? I think so. Nether star to, or is it nether crystal? I don't remember. To craft, and those only drop from a boss called the Wither, which you can craft out of soul sand and Wither skeleton skulls, which I also have a lot of. So I put a piece of stained glass, as you can see, on top of each of these to give it that sort of pink coloration. It can travel up through any transparent blocks, just not solid blocks. I'm playing around with this right now. As you can probably tell, my intention is to have these beams of light go all the way around the circumference of my new house, if I can call it that. I think it's going to look really, really cool, especially from a distance. So those are going all the way around. The only reason why I have water streaming down the sides, I'm keeping my base coated in water. The reason for that is because, given that this is glass, I do not want enemies blowing it up. Water dampens explosions. I do not want, there's lots of flying enemies in this game that can shoot exploding projectiles. The Wither does that too. I don't know if this will be enough to protect against the Wither's exploding projectiles, but basically, no matter what I do, there's going to be some like flying elemental creatures that will occasionally spawn in the open around my house, and I do not want one of them to shoot an exploding projectile at me and miss and blow up part of my wall. So to avoid that, I'm kind of just going with this insulation idea that I think will work pretty well. So next thing, I'm going to take you up to the top, all the way up to the top there. Yeah, I've got pets and mounts. I have a bunch of boys. These are all boys that I've tamed. Worm boy. These are all boys that I have tamed. Of course, I have several crabs. Of course, I have 3 crabs. They're all different colors. I love them. Oh my god, I forgot I turned these guys. Or tamed these guys. These are like an ice death worm, I think. And I've got my tree boy. He's a tree ant. I can summon multiple pets. These are considered pets. They aid me in combat, and they will hold items for me up to a limit. I can suit them out with armor. Actually, for example, I'm going to summon my Herma friend here. This is a blue Herma. It's actually because it has a... I'll just summon him. He's blue because he has... Where is he? Whoa, there you are. He's an Azure Herma. Azure means basically he's stronger than normal. There are lots of different variants that enemies can have. So I encountered this guy in the wild, and I tamed him because I love him. Where are you going? And what makes him look like a freaking mechanical crab tank is a full suit of diamond armor, diamond pet armor that I have on him. He's also carrying a chest, which lets him carry a few items for me in a pinch. But what I'm really looking for is one of my mounts. So there are pets, and there are also mounts. You can only have one mount summoned at a time. I have some cool land ones. I've got this ugly-ass flying beholder. This is one of my favorites. He's a little vampire bat. This is definitely the strongest boy that I have, and actually, I'll go ahead and summon him. I'll summon him. I'll summon him, and I'll ride him to the top. Let's get out of the water. I'm pretty sure water hurts him. Whoa! Hello there. Hello, good dragon. I have brought your Dragon Balls. Grant me the wishes, please. Alright, let's get on this boy. So he's wearing a saddle, which means he can just... Oh my god, is he stuck in the tree? Yeah. This guy doesn't actually fly super fast, but he's pretty good. One thing I will say for this boy... oh god. Is that he has a special ability I can activate. What is going on? Wait, what? Okay, thank you. His special ability is fire. He can shoot all the fire. I actually can't stress how much fire he can shoot. He can light everything on fire. Anyway, onward. Wait, how did that go backwards? Whatever. Let's fly all the way up to the top here. This is the top of my base. And actually, so, here's a cool thing. Let's say goodbye to you. Just for a moment. Thank you for helping me out here. I'll call you again later. I built this entire ceiling out of greenhouse glass blocks. These are actually incredibly durable. They're glass. They're transparent. But they're incredibly... Fuck. What? It wasn't even showing me... okay, whatever. Well, I know I have some extras of these, so I can just place that. This is why I keep extra blocks, when I don't want to deal with them. Come here. Perfect, okay. But yeah, this is a very interesting and actually kind of item-intensive glass to craft. This was before I decided to pour water all over my base, so the effect, I feel like the visual effect is kind of wasted. But I thought it looked really cool as like a ceiling. These, of course, are the the pillars of light. Get out of climb. Thank you. These are the pillars of light from my beacons at the bottom. They just go on up forever, twisting, pulsing spirals of light. Pillars of light. It's gonna look real cool. That was fun. Okay, so that's pretty much everything I have to show of my home in this Minecraft world. Let's get the actual lighting going. You can see the sun is already set and the moon is rising, so pretty soon there's going to be monsters. Not that I'm too worried about that. My gear is epic. If you like this, I figure I might do some more adventuring here and actually go off and adventure. We can kind of go around and explore the world. I've already explored some of it, but honestly, there's more, substantially more that I haven't explored yet. So, I can take you to some of my landmarks and other places. Don't worry about this. Oh, he's gonna grab me. He's gonna snatch me. He's just gonna kind of steal me and drop me. That was fun. Hey, buddy, do that again. This would be a good way to sign off. What are you doing? Come get me, bro. Come at me. So, I'm going to sign off here. I hope you liked my little tour, and I'm going to do more of this. That's how we roll. Do more of this in the future, if you would like me to. And we'll get into some really cool shenanigans. I will be able to take you guys through the construction of my new house and whatever bosses and enemies I choose to slay. So I hope you had a good time. Good night.